You held the door open again this morning. You said yes when you meant no. You laughed at a joke that wasn't funny just to keep the peace, and somewhere, deep down, you noticed something. Nobody thanked you. Nobody remembered. The room moved on like you were furniture. But the real answer for why this happens is far stranger than people are ungrateful. Your brain is not being punished for kindness. It's being sorted. Every social interaction you have runs through an ancient filter. Humans don't just ask, is this person good? They ask two separate questions at the same time. Is this person warm? And is this person capable? Psychologist Susan Fiske calls this the stereotype content model. And her research found something uncomfortable. Warmth and competence pull against each other in the observer's mind. The moment someone reads you as endlessly warm, endlessly agreeable, endlessly available, their brain quietly downgrades how capable they assume you are. Not on purpose, not maliciously, it just happens automatically in a fraction of a second. Why would evolution build a brain that does this? Go back further than offices, further than group chats, further than polite dinner parties. Go back to a world where every social interaction was also a resource calculation. Who has power? Who has status? Who can protect me? And who needs my protection? Primatologist Frans de Waal spent decades studying chimpanzee troops, and he found something that should sound familiar. Dominance and affection are almost never the same currency. The chimps who groom everyone, who never challenge anyone, who smooth over every conflict rarely rise in the hierarchy. The ones who rise are the ones who show strategic assertiveness. Kindness without an edge reads to the ancient parts of the primate brain as low status. That's the strange part. Your niceness isn't invisible because it's worthless, it's invisible because it's unpriced. Think about how attention actually works in a group. Attention is not evenly distributed. It's a currency, and currencies flow towards scarcity. If you say yes to everything, your yes becomes worthless, because it costs you nothing to give. If you agree with every opinion in the room, your agreement stops registering as information. Robert Cialdini spent his career studying influence, and one of his core findings was about cost signaling. People instinctively value what appears costly to obtain. A yes that always comes easily doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like the default setting. So when you're endlessly agreeable, you're not sending a warmth signal. You're sending a static signal. And static gets tuned out. Here's where it gets even stranger and even more unfair. This isn't just about being liked less. It's about being paid less, promoted less, and remembered less, in ways that show up in cold, hard data. Management professor Timothy Judge led a large-scale study tracking personality traits against career earnings, and the agreeableness penalty was real. Across genders, more agreeable people earned measurably less over their careers than their less agreeable peers, even when controlling for skill and effort. Nice wasn't neutral. Nice had a price tag, and the price was paid by the nice person. Why does the universe seem to reward the sharper elbows? Because groups aren't actually looking for the person who agrees with everyone. Groups are looking for information. A yes from someone who sometimes says no is data. It tells the group something. A yes from someone who always says yes is noise. It tells the group nothing because it was never going to be anything else. Your brain, and everyone else's brain, is a prediction engine. It's constantly trying to model other people so it can predict what they'll do next. A person with no variance, no edges, no occasional friction is easy to predict and therefore easy to ignore. There's nothing left to model. You've already been solved. This is the part that stings the most, isn't it? The niceness wasn't the mistake. The absence of contrast was. Consider how first impressions actually form. Within milliseconds, before a single word is exchanged, people are already running the warmth versus competence calculation Fiske identified. Somebody who smiles constantly, nods constantly, defers constantly, gets slotted into the warm but low status box almost instantly. And once you're in that box, something brutal happens. People stop asking your opinion because the box already told them what to expect from you. It's not that they dislike you, it's that they've stopped being curious about you. Curiosity, it turns out, is the actual currency of being remembered, and curiosity requires unpredictability. So does this mean kindness is a losing strategy? No, and this is the twist that changes everything. The people who are both remembered and loved were never actually endlessly nice. They were warm with boundaries, kind with occasional friction,